Hey guys, it's Ingrid, and today I am going to be showing you how to make French toast. But this is not just your ordinary boring French toast because we're going to be putting it on skewers. It's going to be super fun to eat, and this recipe is actually a recipe I learned from my mom because on the weekends when I was a kid, she would make French toast pretty regularly, and I remember just sitting on the counter watching her make it, and that's how I learned how to make this. She never told me anything, I just learned by watching. So for this recipe, you will need some bread, and I prefer using a thickly sliced bread just because I think it tastes better and it's more fun to eat. And then I also have some powdered sugar, 3 eggs, some fresh blueberries. I also have fresh strawberries, a little bit of vanilla extract, a splash of milk, about a tablespoon of coconut oil, a little bit of cinnamon. I have some skewers here so we have a place to put our French toast when we're finished, and then some pure maple syrup. Alright, so I'm going to start off by making the wet mixture for the bread to be dipped into. So I'm going to take my 3 eggs and just plop them in the bowl like that. And I like to give them a little whisk before I add anything else in, just so the yolks are broken. Then I'm adding in a splash of milk, and this is almond milk. My mom would make this recipe with regular milk, so you can use whatever milk you want because it really doesn't make that much of a difference. I just like almond milk. So that goes in. Give that another little mix. Now, I like using a whisk when I'm making eggs like this because I find that they just come out fluffier and nicer, but you can also use a fork. I just think a whisk is a little bit better, so there's a tip for ya. So now I'm just gonna add in a little baby splash of vanilla extract. Then I'm gonna give this another mix. And now I personally like quite a bit of cinnamon because I'm a huge fan of cinnamon, but you can just leave this up to your personal preference. I'm gonna put all of this cinnamon in though because I really like it. So that's just a hefty pinch right there. And then you just mix it all up. And this smells really, really good. It actually makes me think of childhood weekends, this smell, because my mom made this all the time. Okay, everything is all mixed together, so I'm just gonna go back here and heat up a pan with a little bit of the coconut oil. And you can also use butter for this if you don't have coconut oil. I just prefer using this because when it melts, it infuses into the bread and you get a little bit of that coconut flavor, which I think is really nice. The coconut oil has melted, so now I'm just going to dip these pieces of bread into the egg mixture. And you want to make sure that they're fully coated, but you don't want them to be so soaking wet that they just get really soggy, because then you're just going to end up with mushy French toast. And you want it to be crispy on the outside and nice and soft on the inside. So I'm just going to put that down, and I'm just going to keep doing the same thing. So this is a recipe that can't be afraid to get your hands dirty with, so you just kind of have to go for it. There we go. The little sizzle sound that I love. I'm gonna let these guys cook, and I like to flip just once. You don't want to keep flipping things over. You really just want them to be able to cook thoroughly on one side. Flip it, and it's good to go. So it usually takes about a couple minutes on each side. Our French toast is ready to go, so now I'm just gonna take these slices, and I like to find ones that are somewhat even, so when I slice them up into pieces, they kind of stay consistent all across the board. So I'm just taking a good knife. It helps if you have a nice sharp knife for this, because otherwise your bread is just gonna get smushed, and that's not fun, is it? No, it's not. So you just pretty much want like little cubes like this. Just, whoops, oops, just bite-sized pieces that are easy for people to eat. And I think this is actually a really great party food. I made this for a big brunch that I was having. It was for a friend's birthday, and I needed to make a lot of food for a lot of people very quickly. So I decided that I wanted to do French toast, but I needed an easier way to serve them. So putting them on the skewers allows people to just grab skewers, and you get the fruit, the French toast. You don't have to worry about cutlery or anything. People can just eat them straight off the skewers, or you can just pick them off with your hands, dip them in some maple syrup. It's super easy, and it's a great thing for kids too. So this is a nice way to present French toast that works out for everyone, including the person hosting. I have my mountain of French toast now. This is actually really exciting, just having a mound of French toast. But basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a skewer like this and just layer on French toast, strawberries, and blueberries. It's pretty simple and it's fun too. Just make sure that you don't stab yourself with a skewer. So you can really put this on in any order that you want. I usually like doing a few blueberries like this, and then I'll come in with, let's do another piece of French toast. I'm just winging it here. And then I'll come in with a strawberry section. And if you're really in a hurry, you don't have to worry about cutting up your fruit at all. You could stick whole strawberries on here and it would totally work. So I think I'm doing the 3 pieces of fruit and then a piece of French toast method today. You can also use different fruits for this, so I would recommend going with whatever is in season. Right now, since it's summertime, berries are amazing, but you could also use bananas, you could use pineapple. Really any fruit tastes good with French toast, so I feel like you can't go wrong. But this looks really awesome, and I'm really happy because it ended up being nice and even here at the bottom. But basically, I'm just gonna keep doing that and just creating a bunch of little skewers. Putting these berries on these skewers makes me think of my friends, because my friends are the best and the worst in the kitchen, because they're the best because they're just awesome friends. But when they get near a kitchen, they start picking at everything that I'm making, and I'll just walk by and suddenly food will be missing. But I feel like I used to do that as a kid, so maybe now I'm getting payback, but I think it's pretty funny that my friends will do that when I'm cooking. They come over and they'll just start snacking on my ingredients. And I'm like, wait, I'm pretty sure I had a lot more strawberries than that, and now they're all gone. Our French toast skewers are almost good to go, because I like to serve these with a little bit of maple syrup, and I normally have the maple syrup on the side just in a little container like this, and that allows people to put on as much or as little as they want, and it also prevents the skewers from getting soggy. So that's just a little tip for you guys, because if you do pour it over the top, everything just kind of turns into soup and it's not fun. So then the very last thing, this is actually my favorite part, I like to sprinkle a little bit of powdered sugar just over the top like this, because it's like it's snowing, and it just makes it look really pretty, and it adds a little bit of sweetness as well. Just like that. Now I have powdered sugar all over me. Oh. Just the epitome of grace right here. That's me. Well guys, that's gonna be it for today. I'm pretty excited about my French toast skewers because I think they're super yummy and they're a great thing that you can share with friends and family. If you guys want to see some of my past recipes, make sure you subscribe to Pop Sugar Girls Guide so you can see even more of my favorite recipes coming your way really soon right here on Ingrid Dishes. I'll see you guys later. Bye!